So I just got home from school, and I feel really sick, but there's 10 minutes left for this video to be due. So I'm gonna try and make one. So first of all, we're supposed to elaborate on the process of how we're getting our recommendation letters. So for me, I'm pretty close with a lot of my teachers, and since I have class with them every day, it's easiest for me to just ask them in person. So I just go up and I ask them if they'd be willing to write me a letter of recommendation, and that's about it. George, what do you think? George. That's my cat, George. I don't know what to say. Recommendation letters. How would you determine who will write the most effective letter for a specific application? I'd say you should pick core class teachers, because usually those are the ones that have to be the ones you have to pick. Also pick teachers you've probably had for more than just 1 year, or at least teachers that you've been involved with for most of your high school career. So, example, for me, one of my teachers I only had in freshman year, but I've been in mock trial, the club that he runs, for every year since freshman year, so all 4 years of high school. See, I run into this problem. I look weird on the floor. Hold up. All right, now when it comes to deciding who will write the most effective Now, when it comes to deciding who will write the most effective letter of recommendation, I think what you really have to think about is who have you had the longest and who are you closest with? Who knows the best side of you and the most unique side of you, what separates you from other candidates. So usually you should pick a teacher who you've had for more than 1 year, a teacher you're close to, someone who teaches you, who has teaches or taught you in a core subject, and someone who you think would just give colleges a good impression of you. Yeah. How does the recommendation letter differ from the rest of your application? Now, I forgot what the next topic was supposed to be. Now, how does your application differ from... How does your letter of recommendation differ from the rest of your application? Your letter of recommendation, well, most of your application is you showcasing yourself, telling the college, well, more specifically the admissions officers, who you think you are, what you've done, how it's a first-person point of view of your life experience for the past 4 years, because they really don't care about much else. But a letter of recommendation kind of shows them how other people view you, how people that you look up to and you learn from, what they think of you, and it kind of gives them a better sense of how they will see you instead of how you, because they want to know how you'll fit into their college, so they want to know personally about you and what you feel. But I feel like the letter of recommendation is really important in the sense that it shows them that not only are you this great person to yourself, but you're this amazing person to everyone else that knows you. What should it do that makes you stand out? Now, what should it do? It should probably showcase you as someone who, gets the people you learn from believe has a lot of potential in life. That you're someone who really could make a difference in the world and could really be a smart investment for the universities that you're applying to. What are the main things your recommender should know about you before writing your recommendation letter? So I climbed up into a tree, and I'm not quite sure I can get down. So, okay, tips on what to do before, during, and after your letter of recommendation. Before, get to know your teacher really well. You want a teacher that likes you, you know? So for example, instead of being productive during study hall, I go and visit my teachers ask them how their day was, hang out with them. Then I do some work, but usually it starts with just hanging out with teachers. I guess I'm a loner. Make sure your teacher's informed during the application. Make sure your teacher's informed on what your interests are, where you want to go in life, what colleges you're applying to, and why you want to go to those colleges, and what degree you're seeking. You know, so like they know what to write about, what would probably be most appealing to those universities. Update: I'm not quite sure I'm gonna get down the tree. I can't really see beneath here, so I'm just gonna feel it out and see if I get down. It's also like dummy hot. I did make it out of the tree, and after applications are done, blah blah blah, no matter what colleges you get into, no matter what ends up happening, just make sure that you thank the people that wrote you those letters of recommendation, because nobody likes writing letters anymore. They're pretty boring.